Once upon a time, in the heart of a great continent, there lay a mighty kingdom named Umudike, a land of lush hills, golden rivers, and deeply spiritual people. Ruled by a wise and powerful king named Obiajulu, the kingdom flourished under his leadership. Peace reigned. The people laughed freely. The markets overflowed with abundance, and the air carried the scent of prosperity. But as the sun gave way to the moon, and the nights deepened, a strange terror began to unfold. It started subtly, whispers in the dark, shadows flickering across mud walls, the eerie sound of footsteps with no source. Then came the disappearances. First, a hunter. Then, a mother returning from the stream. A child playing by the fire. Each night claimed someone. And each morning, only silence answered the wailing cries. Panic spread like wildfire. King Obiajulu called upon his council of elders. Under moonlight, they sat in the sacred grove, the flames of their fire dancing in fear. The oldest elder, Ezaniah, revealed what many had feared. Dark forces had returned to Umudike. Spirits of the forgotten, vengeful entities from the ancient wars had found their way back. The king's heart grew heavy. He made a vow to his people that he would find a way to protect them, no matter the cost. Leaving behind his only child, the gentle Princess Adorgo, he embarked on a journey, far across rivers, forests, and valleys, beyond the land of mortals. For 7 moons, he traveled, until he reached the forbidden caves of Ikaku, where it was said that powers beyond imagination awaited those brave or foolish enough to seek them. There, in the deepest part of the cave, he met Nkiruka, an ancient witch doctor with eyes that glowed like dying embers. "You seek power, king of Umudike?" she asked. "To protect my people," he answered. "But at what cost?" she warned. "I accept any price." She gave him a black elixir, thick as blood, pulsing with ancient energy. "Drink this under the full moon. You will become what no evil can conquer. But remember, every power comes with its curse." He drank. That night, beneath the gaze of the full moon, King Obiajulu's body twisted and broke. His bones cracked, his skin tore, and from his throat emerged a roar that shook the stars. He became a beast, taller than trees, darker than shadows, with teeth like spears and claws that gleamed like silver blades. The king returned, and so began the reign of protection. Each night, as darkness tried to invade the village, the beast roared into the wilderness, tearing demons apart, chasing away spirits, and reclaiming the night for his people. No one knew the truth. No one knew that the beast who roamed at night was their own king. They only knew that peace had returned. For 10 long years, the king kept his secret. But time, as always, changed everything. With the spirits defeated, peace returned to Umudike. But the transformation did not stop. Each night, the king still became the beast. But now, there were no enemies left to fight, no evil to destroy, only hunger. And the beast hungered for flesh. It began slowly, a livestock slaughtered, then a thief found dead. But soon, the beast no longer chose randomly. It hunted, and it feasted on his own people. King Obiajulu, now trapped in his curse, lived with guilt that gnawed at his soul. By day, he wept silently. By night, he hunted helplessly. He tried chaining himself, fasting, praying, but nothing stopped the transformation. The beast had claimed him. The council grew suspicious. The villagers trembled. Children whispered about a new demon. And still, the king remained silent. One night, broken by sorrow, he journeyed back to the witch doctor. "I fulfilled my duty," he said. "I protected them. Why do I still suffer?" And Nkiruka looked at him with pity. "I warned you. The power is not borrowed. It is taken, and it cannot be returned. The only way to end it," she said, "was through death." The king's heart shattered. He returned home to the palace, where his daughter, Adorgo, now a young woman, awaited him. That night, he sat in his chamber and wrote. With trembling hands and tear-stained cheeks, he poured out his soul in a letter to his people, to his beloved daughter, an apology, a confession, a farewell. He took a goblet of poisoned wine and drank. The next morning, the kingdom awoke to a mournful silence. The king, their protector, their savior, their curse, was dead. In the palace courtyard, the letter was read. Gasps, sobs, silence. The truth was too heavy to bear. And yet, in his death, the people saw his sacrifice. He had given his life to save them from the evil he had become. The kingdom wept, and then they healed. Princess Adorgo, young, wise, and brave, ascended the throne. Beside her stood her husband, Obina, a kind-hearted businessman who had turned his wealth into service. Together, they ruled not with might, but with compassion. For many years, the kingdom knew peace, until the shadows returned. The evil that once haunted Umudike crept back, slowly, silently, whispers in the dark, missing livestock, then missing people. Adorgo remembered the stories. She remembered the letter. One night, in her royal chambers, she stood by the moonlight and read her father's word again. And she knew what she had to do. She, too, journeyed far, beyond rivers, beyond the lands of the living. And there, under the same moon that once witnessed her father's vow, Princess Adorgo drank the elixir. She, too, became the beast. And she, too, protected her people. But the cycle had begun again, and it continues. To this day, under the silver moonlight of Umudike, a beast runs through the night, fierce, unstoppable, protecting its people, but also haunted by hunger, by memory, by the curse of power. And so the legend lives on, the tale of a royal bloodline burdened by sacrifice, by love, and by the darkness they chose to carry, so that people could live free. The Beast King, the Beast Queen, the protectors, and the cursed, forever